Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs, and today we're going to continue on working in the Wanderlust mini album that we're making. And I think we're going to start with, we're going to do the top loading insert, and then I'm going to show you another way to use that exact same page in this mini album. So as usual, the links to the Wanderlust printable templates will be in the description box below. The links to the Floral Whimsy, the Floral Whimsy digital paper collection will also be in the description box below. And a link to the playlist. So if you are just finding this video, this is like the 6th or 7th video in, you can check out that playlist in the description box, and you can start at the beginning. You can make your covers and work your way down to catch up with us. And once again, please excuse my nails. I still have not had time to do my nails at all. I'm hoping and praying that I can get them done before I go to Metacon in a little over a week now. It's only all the time that's left. So, okay, so I'm going to move the book aside, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. So, we are going to be using the top loading insert part 1, part 2, and part 3. So what I did was, this is the Floral Whimsy. This is PDF number 4. I printed that off first, and then I printed the top loading insert page, which in the large is page 8. But remember, if you're doing a medium or a small, you need to check for the name of the item that I'm using, the top loading insert, part 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if in the medium, I can't remember. Let me just double check if the medium has it all on one page or not. I'm thinking it might, yeah. So the medium, it does, it comes all on one page, and so it also does on the small as well. So then I don't have anything on the back side of there. It's just white. So this is white cardstock. I use 110 pound cardstock that I get at Staples, but you can use 65 pounds, you can use 90 pound, whatever cardstock you have or you like, go ahead and use that. And then for part 2 and 3, I just printed the vintage background onto white cardstock. So that is what I'm going to use for the part 2, part 3. Okay, so let me scoot this aside. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut both of these two out off camera because it's pretty straightforward. And then I think I'm going to trim those two out. This is a Fiskars heavy duty paper trimmer. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away the elements that I'm not going to use right now. So I'm going to cut those away. Oh, I get asked about these scissors all the time. And honestly, I don't even remember where I got them. I think they're fabric scissors, but Mundial, I can't hardly see it. It looks like that's the name of it, and it says titanium there, but I don't even remember where I got them. I just found them in my sewing stuff. Do you think it'll focus enough? I don't think it's going to focus. So you're probably not going to be able to see. So that's what these scissors are. So I get asked about them quite a bit. They're nothing special. I think they're just fabric scissors. So I'm going to remove these elements really quick. And this one as well. Okay, and we'll set those pieces aside. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and remove these elements, or remove these elements that are on this page as well. So I can just do a quick trim. Those are just aside in my pile. Okay, so I'm going to separate these two apart. I feel like I'm having a bit of an allergy attack, you guys. Okay, so with these, you'll notice something a little bit different. I'm hoping the camera will pick it up. So the corners look a little weird, and the reason I did that is because these are rounded corners, and I wanted to make sure it had a clean edge when you attached it. So I guess I do need to show you guys on the main base, or the main base, the part 1. It also has rounded corners. Can you see that? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them square. And then when we put it all together, then I'm going to round the corners. So I'm going to leave it just like that, right? And I'm going to trim this side off the exact same way. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these out, and then I'm going to leave this like it's a corner. I'm not going to angle it or anything. I'm just going to cut these out. Although it did look like I just angled it there. And then I'm going to trim this top part out. So I'm going to do this for both of these pieces. And I'm going to trim these two pieces out, and then I'll be back. Alright, I've got them trimmed out. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to get my scoreboard out and my scoring tool. And these are both from EK Tools. And I'm going to go ahead and score on both sides on these tabs here. Oops. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and prep these tabs. What is on my... I feel like there's something somewhere that's causing havoc. I keep looking down on my fingers and I keep seeing black stuff. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and prep both of these pieces. Matter of fact, I'm not sure I'm going to use this one yet. We might hold off on this one. I know I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to actually put the littler piece. This is part 3. So this is top loading part 1, part 2, part 3. So I think I'm going to put part 3 aside. I'm not going to use that on this insert right now. Okay. So let me finish prepping these. Alright, so now I'm going to put some tape on part 2 here. This is scrapbook.com double-sided tape. So let's start with this edge. And some Tim Holtz Tonic mini snips. And then one over here. Whoops. Tag on it. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, so I don't forget, is I'm going to attach this bottom piece to these two side pieces. Just like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take my ink and I'm going to ink all of these pieces up. This is Distress Oxide Walnut Stain. So I'm going to ink the front and back of both of these. Like this is just like an insert, but I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it in this actual top loading insert. Oops, I am making a mess. So I'm just going to ink this up. And then I'm also going to ink this piece up. So I'm going to do that to all 3 of these pieces, and then I will be back. Okay, I got all 3 pieces inked, and I did go ahead and ink a little bit more right there because this pocket doesn't come all the way up. So I just distressed it just a little bit more. So let's attach this down to the insert part 1, top loading insert part 1. Oh. So I'm going to line these 2 bottom corners up as best I can here. Line up one side, line up the other side, burnish it down, just like that. So see, I still have those little rounded corners that are still pointy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors now and I'm going to round them off. if you have a corner rounder that'll go through a couple layers, you go ahead and use that. So now we've got these perfectly nice, even, matched edges. Let me go ahead and okay. See, this could, if I wanted to, this could fit in here, no problem, just like that. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to have this in here. I'm going to have to, there we go, just like that. And I don't even think I'm going to put anything on there right now. See, I thought about, if this was a different color, I thought about putting this pocket here, but it's the same color. I could put it potentially on one of the covers here, but I'm just going to put that aside. But yeah, so this could technically be the insert for there. But again, I'm going to hang on to this and use it in another spot. I just love that. It's so cute. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay. So let me show you. So that was easy, right? So that was, I mean, that was an easy insert. No big deal. Well, let me show you another thing that you can do with that same page. So what I did was I printed that same page, the top note, I can't even think, the top loading insert. I printed that same page. I printed it in the vintage color, and then on the back side I printed, this is from the Floral Whimsy, the PDF 2. I printed this one on the back side. So then I cut it out and then I ran it through my laminator, right? So now I've got a dashboard so that when, let's say you've, let's go to this one since I haven't done anything in that one yet. So let's say you're wanting to write, like we did this in a video, right? So let's say we want to write on this page, but it's all bumpy. If you stick that in there, then you have a smoother surface to write on. So I made that and I was like, okay, now where am I going to put it? So where am I going to keep it, right? So I'm going to put it on the back cover. So I've printed out some pockets. Let me grab them real quick. I'm going to put this aside because I don't need this right now. So this is the Floral Whimsy PDF number 4. One of the backgrounds on that. And then it's page 11 in the large. But it is like a secretary pocket. Secretary pocket. Is that what's called? Secretary pocket? But they're just called pockets. So if you're working in a different size, just look for these two cool looking pockets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut both of these out and I'm going to leave the tabs on both sides of each one of these pockets. So can you see there's a tab there, tab there, tab there, and a tab there. So I'm going to cut those two pieces out and leave those tabs on, and then I will be back. Okay, so I cut them out, inked them up, I scored them, and I put the tape on them. So now I'm just going to take a minute and attach the bottom part to the side part there, just so it doesn't get hung up too bad on both of these. Just like that. Whoa. Okay, so they're going to go back here in the back. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these on top of each other because I think it would look pretty cool, even though they're really meant to be like in the corner of the page, you know, on either side or whatever. But I think it might be kind of neat to have them layered on top of each other, and you know, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me put this one down first. Okay. So I'm going to go pretty far down because that insert, or I mean that dashboard that we made there, it's pretty tall. So there's one. I'm going to burnish that really good. And then here's the other. So I'm going to line the bottoms up here, like that. Perfect. Alright, so then this can go here. That row. Sometimes when you smush it too flat. Okay, come on. See, it'll go there. Okay. So now we just put the insert or the dashboard in that pocket right there, and then the other pocket could be used for other stuff. So I meant to tell you guys, when I cut this out, you have to be really careful. There's like a little pocket, like a little air pocket all the way around the edge. You do not want to cut that. So you want to cut, after you laminate it, you want to cut just right outside this little air pocket. So that way it stays sealed. So yeah, so now my dashboard's there, ready for me when I need it, and it's cute sticking out at the back there. I just love it. I think that's adorable. So normally, like I said, these pockets, let me show you an example. I think I've got an example in here. Normally those two pockets would be used like this, like one there and one there. So it's kind of like a folder situation. Can you see? Yeah. So that's how they would normally be used, but I thought it would be fun to like layer them up like that and use them like that. I think it turned out super cute too. You just have to finagle it just a little bit to get it loose enough to be able to insert longer things. But once you get it all situated, then you are good to go. So there we have that, and then we also have a pocket here. All kinds of stuff could go hang out in this pocket. Like I could cut that piece off and use this as a traceable template from here on out if I wanted to, or an insert, either way. So, you know, kind of goodies can kind of hang out there that we might use on a regular basis. So anyway, so I really dig that. Or it could go in there with that. I mean, go anywhere. I think it's cute. Okay, so that is all I've got for you guys today. In the next video, we'll do this side pocket insert here. And then I'm hoping to do a journal with me video this week, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, I had someone have a question. I thought I would try to answer that. They said that their books were too tall for their elastics when they put their elastic in. Well, you need to make sure, the only way that it's going to work well is if you don't have this super tight. If you have this so tight that you can't get that it doesn't come up around over top of your insert covers, then it's too tight. So you just need to redo it. That would be the one thing, because if you look, my inserts are taller than, let me see if I can do it this way. My inserts are taller than where my holes are. But since my elastic is not uber super tight, then it wraps around the edges just fine. So you haven't done anything wrong. You probably just have your elastics too tight. So give that a whirl and see if that fixes it for you. Alright guys, do let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and hit this little circle right there. And then here is a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in the templates or the Floral Whimsy digital papers. And there should be some other videos here on the screen that you might enjoy watching. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.